Good morning, Yetis. Here we go. It is April 9th, and we have some big news for you. We have finalized our graduation plans. And so let's get into some important things that are going on and make sure that everybody has that information. So, this is the graduation update edition of the Snowy Peaks video updates for 2021. But as always, I'm Mr. Smith. And there's my contact information. If you need any additional information after you watch this video, or if you just want to say hi, that's how you do it. Okay, celebrations. Let's start off by recognizing some of the great things that are going on here at Snowy Peaks. Man, we've got a lot to celebrate. So every single Yeti who put in a scholarship application for local scholarship night received money, and some people received a lot of money. So congratulations to all of our scholarship recipients. And with that, we have lots of Yetis getting into the colleges of their choice and making big plans for post-secondary learning. Personal projects are going on here in this picture. You see Miss Hannah Thoma working on her personal project where she started her own business. She is now a florist, and she's working on providing people with beautiful floral arrangements and also knocking out her personal projects. So, our Yetis are hard at work. If you have a graduate and they are working on that personal project, just remember, encourage them to be keeping that process journal, because that is what we grade. And we'll talk about the date for that personal project presentation coming up. Testing, man, our 7th and 8th graders crushed it yesterday. They did an amazing job for their CMAS tests. And then next week, we have CMAS continuing Monday morning, and then Tuesday is a big day. We've got the PSAT and SAT for our 9th, 10th, and 11th graders. And then lastly, there's two here, the steering committee and the Board of Education presentation. So we've been asked to send Snowy Peaks representatives to both of these committees to do an update on how this year has been at Snowy Peaks, and the other for the steering committee was a group of students who would go and they would define what the graduate profile of a Summit School District student would look like. And so big shout outs to all the students who participated in those. Amazing to see them be ambassadors of the Yeti Way to the people who run our school district. Okay, here's the big news. Graduation. It is confirmed. We are doing this on May 26th. And as of right now, barring any COVID restrictions and weirdness that could happen, we are scheduled for noon. All right. And so we have two venues on hold for that noon ceremony on May 26th. That's Wednesday before Memorial Day. Okay. So if we can hold it outdoors, and honestly, our goal is to hold it outdoors because we have less COVID restrictions and things like that if we do hold it outdoors. So we hope that the weather will cooperate. It rarely does on that weekend, if you know anything about Summit County's history of Memorial Day snow. But we are doing it at the Silverthorne Performing Arts Center, where the Lake Dillon Theater Company resides, and they have an outdoor venue, as you see there, and that's where we hope that we will be set up. So we have tents and events coming to set up chairs and everything. We will have an amazing outdoor ceremony, fingers crossed. If we can't do the outdoor ceremony, we will be in the Silverthorne Pavilion, another amazing and beautiful venue there in Silverthorne. Okay, so the outdoor ceremony there at the Silverthorne Performing Arts Center, and if indoor, Silverthorne Pavilion. But May 26th at noon, put it on your calendars. It's been a lot of work trying to make sure that we can get this thing pulled off in the middle of a pandemic. So kudos to Brenda and our parent volunteers and our community who's supporting us to make this happen. So fingers crossed, goes off without a hitch. Okay, other announcements. So other big things that are coming up is just let's go through our important dates so everybody's aware of what's going on. As I mentioned, testing continues next week. On Tuesday, this whole school will turn into a PSAT, SAT testing center. Our 7th and 8th graders, this is important, 7th and 8th graders are likely going to have to work remotely. We are trying to pull together some field trip or, a hike, weather, or, some outdoor activities for our 7th and 8th graders, but if we can't do that, they are going to have to work remotely. A big hiccup for us is we're not allowed to use a big yellow bus to transport. So if we could, probably knock that out and we could go do something really cool and fun with our 7th and 8th graders, but it's a weird year, so we will make do. All right, so April 17th through the 25th is spring break. Nice week off for all of us. And then April 27th will be those SAT, PSAT makeups if your child cannot be there on April 13th. All right, other upcoming important dates. Fourth quarter potluck is only 2 hours, so if you need to attend your yearly required potluck, please make sure that you RSVP for that. Weird note here is I'm actually on the district's negotiations committee, and we have a meeting that night for negotiations, so I will not be available April 29th. So we'll send out a separate link for me. We can meet via Zoom basically anytime you want. I'll make myself available. May 5th is Personal Project Showcase. That is the day that our graduates will present all of their self-directed learning, and that's a hard deadline. So students need to be done with their personal projects by May 5th. On May 14th, they will have to have their portfolio due, and then they schedule a portfolio defense with 2 Yeti staff members. And we'll talk more about that. They're very aware of that, but they should be working on their portfolio as well. Oh, there's a typo there. May 26th is our graduation ceremony. We do still have May 27th on hold if we need it, but we're going to do it May 26th. Okay. And then after that, what if my student isn't graduating, right? Isn't there some school left? That's correct. So non-graduates come back and we run what's called mini session, which is an opportunity. It's like a leadership class for us to turn over the school leadership to our students who did not graduate. And then June 2nd is our last day of school. As you know, in Yeti tradition, we have a big outdoor picnic, cookout as part of our celebration for the last day of school. It'll be COVID dependent as to whether we can do that or not. So hold tight on those plans. I think that's all I have. There it is, short and sweet. Okay, it's Friday. We're going ice skating today. It's going to be exciting. We're pretty pumped about going and being able to do things together as our community. I just got to tell you, I ran our first information night for interested families who want to come to Snowy Peaks. It's just so easy to brag how amazing this learning community is. And so whenever I do it, it's hard to be humble because, man, this place is rocking and kids are doing well, staff's doing well. And it's just been a great school year, all things considered. So thanks for being part of the Yeti family. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And we'll catch you next time. Thanks.